Hi, this is Rich with NCAT. In this video, we are going to hear from County Rail Farm. Margaret DeBona and Tracy Potter Finns own this small farm west of Missoula, Montana. They provide fresh, high-quality, certified organic produce to their community via a group CSA program, the Missoula Farmers Markets. They also market at a variety of stores and restaurants through the Western Montana Growers Co-op. Let's hear what they have to say about developing their food safety plan and going through a gap audit.
I'm Margaret DeBona, and with my partner Tracy Potter Finns, we farm County Rail Farm in Dixon, Montana. We've been farming here for 6 years. We're certified organic and part of the Homegrown Montana group. And we sell diverse vegetable crops to the Western Montana Growers Cooperative based in Missoula. And so our products go all over the state of Montana through them, and we also sell at the farmers market in Missoula on Tuesdays and Saturdays. You want to talk about our marketing strategy?
Yeah, so we grow on about an acre of land, and we produce quite a bit from that acre. We produced a little over 2 tons last season, and we do a lot of salad greens and arugula, and a lot of those are pre-bagged like this one for sale in grocery stores and at the farmers market, and they have our logo on them, and we put a lot of time and effort into making our logo unique and making sure it was recognizable throughout the sort of produce world. And so our logo goes on almost everything that we make that goes out to grocery stores, even if it's bulk produce. Our logo is on the label on the box. And in terms of marketing, we do a lot of social media type marketing. We're on Facebook and Instagram. We have a website, and we do a lot of emails out to our members and to whoever's on our email list, which helps us become more recognizable and just have a more personal connection with our customers. And we decided to become GAP certified in 2014, late 2014. We started that process.
Yeah, so the process started because we had been growing arugula and salad throughout the season, so at least 25 successions, is that true?
Between 22 and 25 a year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we would plant it every week and harvest every week. And so part of our marketing was having a steady supply of salad for folks. It's just like an easy vegetable for people to eat, and people are willing to pay extra for it. And so we wanted to do retail bags of the salad and arugula, but we wanted to be sure that our customers knew that it wasn't technically washed and that they should wash it before eating it. And so we started doing lot numbers on those bags even before GAP, so that we could trace back and forward the product if something went wrong. And then when the co-op started this group GAP project, we felt like it was just a logical progression from the greens doing the lot numbers and all the record keeping we were already doing with the organics program to do the GAP program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we wound up doing a group GAP through the Western Montana Growers Co-op starting in 2015. So this is our second season with complying with all of the GAP standards and being audited. And we've been able to whittle down the big farm standards. So most of the GAP standards are geared towards larger farms, 2,000 acres, 500 acres or more. And for our production purposes, we needed to alter those regulations, not the regulations, but alter our plan to make it fit for our scale. To take those standards that were geared towards very large farms and put them into place for our small operation. And it meant a lot of figuring out what worked and what didn't in terms of our plan. And with the help of the Growers Co-op and the Lake County
Community Development Corporation.
Thank you. We were able to come up with something that really works for us. And
so I started with a template. I think it's from Cornell, and so it's sort of a fill in the blank in some places, and in other places it's more of a writing your own procedure. I worked on it mostly in the winter of 2014-15, but I'm constantly editing and updating it because things change on the farm. There's sections there right now about goats, and right now we don't have goats, so I left them in so you could see what we were sort of doing to manage them, but I'll need to go through and take those out to update it for this year. So it's a changing document. I didn't personally write all those words. It was like already set up, and I'm sure we'll take a peek at that today.
What's nice about our operation is that it's so small. So the two of us knew what was in the plan and could pretty easily adjust our behaviors and our procedures to fit that plan. And we weren't implementing in the middle of the season. So when we first started doing all of this stuff, we trained our one employee last year how to do it this way, which also helped us because she didn't know how to do it any other way. I would like start to walk in the warehouse without washing my hands, and Robin would be washing her hands. And I'm wash my hands too. And I think that helped us a lot because we were able to train someone how to do it right without having any previous experience. And for the most part, Margaret did a really good job of adapting the plan to what we were mostly already doing. So there were a couple things like spraying our harvest totes with a sanitizer after we sprayed. We were already spraying them out, but we weren't disinfecting them. So that's one extra step, but it's a pretty easy one to slip in. And a lot of it is paperwork, and we developed checklists, which you'll see. So instead of every day being like, okay, I did this and this, I did that and that, we have a checklist that you just go down every harvest day and you say check, 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 check. We need to empty the wash water. Okay, we did a check. Instead of going through all of those steps every time in your head and not having them in a list. So I think the other factor obviously is that we have incredible infrastructure here. That we did not have to develop that part of it. We already had this packing house, and we already had covered areas for most of our equipment. So that part of it was really easy for us, and it's not easy for other farms. We got really lucky there. So I think all of those factors combined meant that there hasn't been a huge gap between what's in our plan and what we're actually doing in the field.
I think for me it was just looking at all the log sheets that were provided and deciding which ones related to the plan, and then printing them off, adjusting them if they needed to be customized, and then I use that as my point to organize, because there's so much going on. But if you just check in with your log sheets and you're like, oh yeah, I haven't cleaned out the truck in a while, I should do that, and then write it down. That can shape your plan. It's sort of coming at it from the other direction. But having written the plan, it's easier for me to come at it from the log sheets on a day-to-day basis. I didn't figure everything out at once and have it ready to go on day one. It was just a process of writing the plan and then doing, sort of like a practice audit, and then doing, another audit, and every time, we got closer to sort of like fulfilling the right requirements, and there was no point where anybody was like, I'm sorry, this is not going to work. Like, it was just like, here's some things you need to improve. And so viewing it as a process, I think, will be easier for folks. It doesn't happen in one day. It's not done. I'm gonna go back and like edit my plan this year. And a lot of those edits make it simpler and more user-friendly. So it's just finding those things that are gonna make it work for you.
Hi, this is Tammy with NCAT. I am a sustainable agriculture specialist and I work with farmers on their food safety practices. In this video, we are going to hear from County Rail Farm. Margaret DeBona and Tracy Potter-Fenns own this small farm west of Missoula, Montana. They provide fresh, high-quality, certified organic produce to their community via a group CSA program, the Missoula Farmers Markets, and a variety of stores and restaurants through the Western Montana Growers Co-op. Let's hear what they had to say about developing their food safety plan and going through a gap audit.